I wanted to ask about the desire for liberation itself. It's a movement in the mind which tries to attain something. So even to attain better understanding, and if my understanding is correct, this needs. Once the understanding is there, you see that you don't need this desire at all. But still, I see that my actions are still motivated by this desire. Coming here to TVM or coming to Satsang or reading or whatever. So I wonder if I need this action to let go even of this action, or consider this action as subconscious. I don't know, because if the understanding is there, there will be no need to do any of this stuff, and I find myself still doing it. So I wonder if we talk about it.
So here. We are not ready to accept ourselves because each and every moment we are in some state, but we are not ready to accept this state where we are now. So we want to change this state. So then only all effort comes. So whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking, whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are doing, in a given moment you are in a state of mind. So we think that is not the correct state. Where we are now is not the correct state. Then only all the effort comes. So when we are in the highest state, even though it may be some wrong feeling, it may create some agony or anything, this is the reality, because this alone has the expression of itself. All other state is an imaginary state. So this alone is the real state. So what is real is the truth and everything. But we are after the unreality. We are after the reality is the actual thing. But we are interested upon the unreal thing. But if you are interested upon the real thing, then we have to go along with the real thing. So real thing is the happening. What is happening? It may look bad. It may look some insufficient. But it is the reality. So what we are having in our mind, in our expression, in our experience is the real thing. The real thing alone have existence. The other thing does not have any existence. But we think, we demand. So all our demand disturb the actual happening of this thing. So for accepting ourselves, we need not have any demand. So here, if we understand that nothing is needed in the psychological world, all our demand is against the natural thing, against the reality, then only we have no other goal except to accept what is happening psychologically. So here, when it is no work is needed here, we need not pay attention to all those things. Whatever happens, whenever our attention is needed, some work is there. If there is no work here, we need not pay attention constantly. So even paying constant attention to the psychological world is also creating problems. So to the understanding level itself, it is afterwards, whether you pay attention or not, you will be conscious of the happening. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, you need not you need not pay any conscious attention to that. So when you understand like this, no work here, then you need not pay attention to that.
So, just in relation to action, the decision that I make, for example, to come here to TVM, I can say it's in spite of the understanding, because the main reason for me coming here is to attain something. Otherwise,
So you must be sure that no work is there. But here the disturbance happens only because of other school of thought alone. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if you are sure that no work is in the psychological world, then there is no matter. Because you have to control yourself, you have to understand totally that no work is here. But other school of thought may say, no, we have to do something. Then only we may have some doubt about this understanding. Otherwise, if you are sure, then the work is needed. But for that, but instead of, for the reason of understanding, you need not come to Tiruvannamalai or anybody, anywhere else. But understanding is over, so by understanding no work is there. But for some other reason you may come. Because it is beautiful, you can live along with many, you can go along with many things. That for that you can...
You can bring many of your friends.
And if it's still happening, is it mean that the understanding is not complete, or is it not integrated? Is there a phase that the understanding is there, but the action contradicts the understanding?
But when we introduce another school of thought to disturb that, you are not changing the idea. That changing the idea means the idea may say that you have some work. But the unconscious work does not matter. For example, whenever you have some sorrow or fear, naturally you want to be free from that. That does not matter. But when you are consciously come to a conclusion that we have to do some work here, then only we are introducing another factor against the understanding. And the understanding is simple. But when we introduce some disturbance, the disturbance alone creates the problem. Otherwise, there is no problem. We need not go deeper understanding. There is no deeper understanding. All understanding is very, very superficial. The understanding is not deeper. If you trying to go deeper, that itself is the negation of understanding itself. So understanding is very, very superficial, very, very intellectual.
Yeah, there is some fear to drop all this search, all this seeking, and let it be. Like I see, there's some doubt or fear that says that I cannot let go now. Still, not yet. You understand?
So let go. Instead of doing let go, what else you are doing?
Sorry,
you are trying to let go anything. So you need not trying to let go. So let go is, if you are trying to let go, it again is a practice. So all practice, because it creates some end. So when you do something, then you expect something. So no expectation is necessary. The psychological world is concerned. When everything is correct, then what else we have to expect? So whatever happens, we have to take it as a natural happening. When we find some fault within ourselves, then only we have to let go or anything. If you practice something, all practice means expectation. Want the expected result. So no result is needed. So whatever happens is the correct thing. So the labeling of everything as a correct thing or natural thing, that alone is needed.
Expectation is just like a disease, this expectation. Because when you were saying, you said that something about being eternally free. And as soon as you said that, this voice came out inside me saying, but I am eternally free. I am eternally free. And yet, then there's mind, and this is where I guess what you were saying to me yesterday is that even if the mind argues with that, to just see that as a happening rather than a doing, and don't even get into a fight with that. That's just a happening. Just to leave when the mind, because the mind, well, I am eternally free. So where is this constant peace? Where is this constant bliss? And I don't mean a blissful state. And then so this mind, this conditioned mind that looks for something to be different than it is, and expects that even though our nature is freedom, and always has been, and always will be, that it still looks for something to be a little different. And that's the, I guess, where the doubt is, or where the, I don't know, it's just something that I was seeing when you were saying that, because I felt that inside. I am eternally free. How can it be any other way? If it's any other way, then it's not worth it. It has to be. But yet the ideas of freedom are get in the way of that freedom is nothing at all. The desire in the mind to make freedom an experience. Looking for some experience to say this is freedom.
But we all thinking that some kind of good experience must be always within the psychological world.
That's the...
But actually, the liberated mind means the natural healthy mind. For example, each and every sensory organs is must keep without any experience. You always keep without any experience. For example, when you want to, when we are looking at an object, the next moment it will be free from the object itself. If you see, look at other object, the image will be go away. So in this way, when I hear a sound, the next moment it will be free from the sound.
Right.
So it keep ever empty in each and everything. Every time it is emptying itself. So, but the mind alone, we want to catch hold of something, some good experience I must always have. All is in the expression of the mind. It is actually, our mind is also another sensory organ. But in the mind alone, want to have a good experience always and want to be free from the bad experience. But if you don't mind any experience, that is the natural state of our existing mind. When it takes a tendency of selecting a good experience, then naturally it has to select the bad experience also, because it's tendency to retain something. So that so if you are free from rejecting all experience, including the good and bad, so you may be free from the bad itself. So we must keep the mind not catching hold of any experience. So that is the natural state of our mind. It is not having any experience forever. But that means we are always in short seeking of some good experience alone. The seeking good experience alone is the problem. So if you do not seek the good experience, then you will not retain the bad experience also.
And all the scriptures seem to support that eternal bliss, eternal this, eternal that. Because all the scriptures seem to give that impression.
I found the seeking is not for a specific experience, it's for a flow of experience. You know, this is the seeking. It's another way of seeking, not for something, I know there's no good, no bad, but I want it to flow. And there's a seeking here. Not allowing for it not to flow, to be part of the flow.
But even though you may change the name, it is against the seeking of person in the name of flowing.
Still seeking for some experience.
Seeking for some good experience. Because the flowing is a good experience, so we seek that kind of flowing experience.
And it's looking for the flow to be a feeling, a good feeling, a good experience in that way, rather than how you're talking.